Hello, 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 hello. Let me make sure that you guys can hear me. All right, I think this is good. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about hexing. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. I posted a video earlier today saying hexing to humble narcissistic people. So I thought that I would do a live video hi, in my bedroom so you guys we can talk about it a little bit more in depth. Now, please keep in mind I've done a video on loving a narcissistic person before. Hello. And I'm going to post the video down in the subscription box or description box below. There is a such thing called narcissistic personality disorder. And a lot of times people, especially men, unfortunately, they get undiagnosed. They're not diagnosed. Hello, they're not diagnosed. And I thought that I would talk about the disorder because, believe it or not, I really think that a lot of people suffer from this. They suffer from this narcissistic personality disorder. I don't think that they can help themselves, but they are the worst people to be in a relationship in, and these are the most times. Mr. LaFleur, no, I did not forget about you, but thank you for reminding me. Most times, these are the people who we tentatively fall in love with. Hexing in the threefold law. If you are Wiccan, let me say that this is probably not the video for you because Wiccans do not hex people. They don't harm anybody. Wiccans don't harm people. But I'm not a Wiccan. So I believe that if you do something to somebody, they have every right to take care of it, whatever that means. If somebody wrongs me, I could use whatever way I want to get back at them, or for me to feel okay or solidified in what my decision is in taking care of that situation that happened. So back to the overview of what this narcissistic personality disorder. I had to, I love to do research, and so before I no, if it's justified, if somebody harmed you, you have every right to defend yourself by whatever means you deem to be necessary. A narcissistic personality disorder. One of the several types of these personality disorders is a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention, admiration, troubled relationships, a lack of empathy for others. Behind the mask of extreme confidence lies a very fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest bit of criticism. That's the person that most of us fall in love with, is that narcissist person. They come off extremely confident, but they're really not, because they're really extra sensitive about everything that you say. Well, I think that, going back to that statement about the Wiccans, I don't think that it's wrong with whatever people choose or decide to, I don't know, be a part of, or whatever they believe in. It's just not for me. I don't believe in a threefold law. I believe that if you wrong a person or you do something to a person, you have every right to defend yourself in whatever method that you choose, including magic. I don't think that it's okay for people to hurt people. I don't think that that's okay. Okay. There are a lot of people who have been in relationships with narcissistic people that they're mean. You know, they are. This is some of the symptoms. They have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. They have a sense of entitlement and require constant, excessive admiration. Let me tell you about my husband, my ex-husband. My ex-husband, he is the type of person that it's what have you done for me lately. It's never what have you done in general or what have you done in the past. It's always what have you done for me lately. That's the type of person that he was. So I remember one time I asked him, I said, I'm a good wife. You know, I'm a great wife to you. And he said, what makes you think that you're a good wife? And I'm like, well, I cook, I clean, you know, I have sex with you whenever you want. I let you do whatever you want. It's in respect for our marriage. And he was like, that don't make me that you're a good wife. And I was like, it don't? I was like, well, what the fuck do? And he was like, I don't know. What a dick. So they expect to be recognized as superior even without achievements that warrant it. How would I know someone that is like that? You actually find out in the beginning. But we just think that he's being an asshole, or he's just a little mean, or he's really been through some things, and you know, they've really been through some things, and they had a troubled childhood, and that's why they act like that. Everybody done been through something. Everybody. Nobody is exempt from the wrath of life, but it's how you treat people. But this is a disorder, y'all. But I got something for that disorder. I'm going to hex their ass. I humble their ass down to the nearest 10th. They are preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate. I know a guy and a girl who, I know the girl, right? And we became friends. And both of them were heavy-set people. They both needed to lose weight or whatever. And so they went to the gym. They both got the surgery. They both lost like 100 pounds a piece at least. He became Mr. Muscular, and she was like skinny mini. And no matter how much weight she lost, it was never good enough for him. He started cheating on her with like tall, skinny chicks. You know, the slim type. No titty, no booty, but they just straight up and down. And she had a lot of ass and a lot of titties, and that was not good enough for that, for him. And so they wound up like breaking up and stuff like that, and you know, all kind of shit. But he became a narcissist. He wasn't one at first. He was humble, and then he lost his weight, and then he kind of grew into that. No, he didn't want a dude. He didn't want a dude. He just kind of, he became a monster. You know, he lost the weight and he was looking good to himself, and all of a sudden she wasn't good anymore. Or maybe he was just like that before, and you know, him losing the weight kind of made him be like that. I'm not really sure. Some of the other symptoms are they believe that they're superior and only can associate with equally special people. They monopolize conversations and belittle or overlook, or they look down on people they perceive to be inferior. Sometimes moms are the worst at this, especially if there is a little deep-seated jealousy of her children because they actually get to live a better life than her. They can become narcissist people too. They expect special favors and unquestioning compliance with their expectations. They take advantage of others to get what they want. They have an ability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. The worst thing that you can try to do with a narcissist person is try to make a deal with them. There are no deals. There is nothing that you can do for a narcissist person than to hex his ass or her, or to stop fucking with them. And even then, they don't learn from that. They don't. Because you have to find fault. You have to take accountability and responsibility for what you do or what you don't do. They don't look at stuff like that. They think that they're always right and that you're always wrong and that you're wrong for not knowing that they're not right all the time. They are extremely arrogant and they come across conceited, boastful, and pretentious. They insist on having the best of everything, for instance, the best car or office. Now, the flip side to that is they a lot of times have the most debt too. And they owe everybody. At the same time, people with a narcissistic personality per se, they have trouble handling anything that they perceive as criticism. My ex-husband could dish out the best advice. He could dish out, thank you, baby. He could dish out the best advice. But if somebody was to flip it and try to tell him something that he needed to do, he would lose his shit. You couldn't tell him nothing about nothing. It's crazy. They become like impatient or angry when they don't receive special treatment because they think that they're so special. Have significant interpersonal problems and easily feel slighted. They have difficulty regulating their emotions or behaviors. They feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection. They have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, vulnerability, and humiliation. A lot of narcissistic people did not grow up that way. They grew up like abused and stuff, which that part I kind of agree with. But sometimes it's genetics. Did you guys know that? That sometimes it's genetic. It's inherited characteristics. Sometimes it's the environment. It is the mismatch in parent-child relationships with excessive, if they adore another child and not this particular child. That happens too. And sometimes it could also be to the connection between the brain and behavior and thinking. That's a possibility too. That's why I say, a lot of them, they can't, hello baby, they don't really communicate well. They don't really you're a narcissist. I don't think that's why I said I think it's a personality disorder. I don't think that it's necessarily, I don't think that they can help it because my ex-husband didn't really think that he was doing something wrong. He just thought that he was being normal for him. Is your partner a narcissist? This is a little checklist, so you guys take notes, okay? Number 1, when something goes wrong, does your partner blame everyone but himself or herself? Number 2, does your partner refuse to be accountable for his or her bad behavior? For example, you made me so mad I couldn't help this. Or you made me so mad I couldn't help but say that. And it's your fault that I did that. Number 3, does your partner believe he or she is always right? Even I'm not always right. Even I fuck up. Number 4, is your partner unable to tune into your feelings or your children's feelings? Some narcissistic people, they don't need to have children, like ever. Number 5, does your partner seem does your partner seem more concerned about how your behavior or your children's behavior reflects on him or her than on understanding and accepting who you are and as the kids are as people? Number 6, does your partner seem to be out of touch with his or her feelings or seems to deny them? Denial is 100% what narcissistic people do. Does your partner seem unwillingly to listen to you and hear your concerns? Does your partner make you feel not good enough? Have your partner's constant put downs cause you to internalize any message, not just this one, but any message? Does your partner lie? Does your partner manipulate? Does your partner need to go on and about how great he or she is and how pathetic you are? When your partner talks about his kids or her kids, is it about the kids, or is it rather who they are or who they're not to them? Well, thank you. Does your partner mistrust everyone? Are you and your kids always trying to gain your partner's love? Does your partner take advantage of other people? Does your partner act jealous of you? Does your partner lack empathy? Do you feel used by your partner? Is your partner overly conscious about what other people think? Does your partner appear phony to you? Does your partner swing grandiosity to a depressed mood? Does your partner try to compete with you? Does your partner always have things his or her way? Listen, if you are with somebody you've answered yes out of 5 or 6 of these questions that I have given to you, you're with the narcissist. And your ass ain't gonna never feel all right. You're gonna always feel something because of their ass. It is like a drug to them. Who can they put down today? Who can they make feel bad today? Because they need that energy that they are taking from you. They need that energy to feed themselves. That's how they can feel good. Look at Anubis. Say hi. Hey, you Anubis. Say hello, honey. Hello, honey. He's sitting next to mommy. So, don't jump on it. Don't you fucking jump on it. No. He'll jump on this. He is so bad. Now, next part of this is, what can you do to a narcissist? Number 1, you cannot make them love you. You cannot make them love you. They will never love you. They have to first deal with their own shit and love themselves. Why you gotta be looking at yourself? I did snatch his ass up because he was gonna jump on my damn lighting. I'm just trying to figure out how to work this. And I still don't think I got it right. You can't make them love you. You can't do spell work on them either. So if you guys are trying to do love work on a narcissist, stop it, forget it. This shit ain't gonna work, okay? It's not. It's not gonna work. It's not. You just prolonging the inevitable. It's not gonna work. Don't try to do no love work on them. Don't try to do no jaws. Don't try to do no candle work. Look at this. This is shit I be talking about. This is shit I be talking about. One time, y'all, I was doing a reading on this lady, and I used to do video readings just like this, right? And I had did some love work prior to the reading, and so love was in the air. Literally, it was in the air. So I'm like wondering why she like looking like this. She's like, and so my Prada, come here, mommy, so they can see you. So this is Prada. Prada was humping the cat, and she was humping the hell out of the cat's head. And so the lady was like, and I'm like, what you looking at? And I turn around, and my dog was humping the cat head. Say hi, mommy. Yeah. So my animals are off the chain all the time. So anyway, back to the narcissist. Y'all can't do no love work on them. Y'all stop. You can't beg, borrow, plead, steal. It ain't shit you can do to make a narcissist person love you. They don't understand anything that they don't have to chase. They don't understand anything that they don't have to work for. The only thing you literally can do to a narcissist person is to hex them, and that will humble them. You have to take shit from them, because the only thing that they care about are things, not people. Things, in the way they look to people. You gotta humble them. You gotta take shit. You gotta literally almost rip they fucking life apart. That's not me being funny. That's me being for real. That video that I posted earlier today, that's what I was doing, you know, and it's necessary. And I hate to say that, but it is. My ex-husband, when he went to apologize for cheating on me and doing me wrong and everything, you know what this motherfucker said? I'm sorry you felt that I hurt you. I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm sorry you felt like I didn't love you enough. I'm sorry. I did love you. I just didn't love you the way you wanted me to. That's why your ass is in prison, bitch. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. And then he said that if I took him back, he would try to love me better. So even being in prison, because that's where his ass got sent, he still didn't fully understand the concept of what he did or the wrong, even though I did work on him. I got him to apologize, but that's the fucking apology that I got. So even with that, narcissist people are hell. And I had to deprogram myself for being with the narcissist. And you guys that have been in narcissistic relationships, you have to deprogram too. Because if you don't, believe it or not, you will take on some of the traits of that person that you just got rid of. Because when I got with my new husband, and we were just Divine, the answer is yes. Me and my aunt, I found myself treating my current husband just like the way that I had been treated. There they go with that bullshit again. Thanks. My aunt helped me. She helped me a lot. I have done work on the husband, the mom, and the sister, and the daughter. And it was the client. It was the client's stepdaughter. So I have done work on a family before, yes. Let me look through my notes. It is like being held hostage. I didn't realize how do you deprogram yourself. Well, first I had to realize that I was not in that relationship anymore, and that my husband was just as innocent as I was going into it. When I first got with that narcissistic person, I thought that all he needed was for me to love him, and I could love him past that. I can love him through that. And then when it didn't happen, I was with him for almost 10 years. So just imagine how broken or confused I left that relationship. When I left it, it was hard. And I was hurting. And no, it takes longer than 3 months sometimes. I mean, I was in that relationship for 10 years. So nothing is going to happen in 3 months. You know, I was with my husband now. We were together for 1.5 years. And I didn't even want him sitting next to me, because I realized I wasn't used to showing affection and stuff anymore, because my ex-husband didn't show affection to me. I can literally remember asking him for a hug or a kiss, and this motherfucker be like, damn, I just hugged you and kissed you before. And I'm like, well, baby, people hug and kiss every day. Well, I don't do all that. But when he was cheating, I realized enough was enough for my marriage, when we no longer slept in the same bed and I didn't care. I didn't care. And I said that I couldn't leave until I didn't care anymore. And I remember telling my aunt this. And my aunt said, send me a piece of his clothing. I'm going to fix his ass. Send me his drawers. Cut out the seat of him and send it to me. And I did. And I also did some things. And maybe 3 or 4 months later, that's when everything hit the fan for him. And it was also at that time I realized I was over it. That he no longer had that control over me. Because I realized I was loving him because I wanted to save him. And I realized that he didn't even understand what the concept of love was. So what I was doing for him and to him was really, he was unable to identify to that because he didn't know what it meant. And so I was the one giving all my energy. This is how y'all wind up. Y'all start doing bad. Y'all stop having things. But the person that's a narcissist, he's the one, or that person is the one that's having everything. And you losing everything and they gaining. Because they're taking all your energy. They're taking all your strength. You know. They're doing what they're supposed to do as a narcissistic person. I just didn't care anymore. That's when I knew I had enough. And even when I started, and that's very true. Like I said, narcissistic people don't understand anything that's given to them. They only understand things that they have to work for. They only understand things that have to be, you have to plug it up, it's dead. I don't have, they only understand things they have to work for. They don't understand things that is given to them. You can do a cut and clear, but I mean, if you're not physically ready to leave the situation, it doesn't really matter what you're going to do. You'll stay there, and then that'll make you want to save him even more because now you see him suffering. And remember, it is a difference between somebody just being an asshole and somebody being a narcissistic. Because my husband can be an asshole. Hell, I can be an asshole. But I'm not narcissistic. So, I have about 10. I ain't going to say 10. That's too much. I'm going to do, how many I got? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to give you guys some ways to deal with them if you don't want to hex them per se. But I always suggest hexing them to humble them, I always say. You can determine which type that you're dealing with. Vulnerable narcissists don't feel particularly good about themselves at heart. So in contrast to their grandioso narcissists, they're less out there with their emotions. So you might not realize when they're undercutting you or getting in your way. If you're trying to put people in your family or on your work team to best use, a grandioso narcissist might be your best ally as long as you can get that person on board with the overall group goals. Acknowledge your annoyance. You have to tell them that they not shit and that they get on your nerves. They respect it. I know that sound fucked up, but it's true. Evaluate their context. Calling they ass out on they shit, I'm telling you, don't let yourself get derailed, because you're not even gonna be an asshole. Laugh at their ass, keep a sense of humor, and recognize that that person may really need help. Remember what I said about you know, narcissistic people. What do you do with the stubborn ex that wants you back? If he ain't changed, fuck him. Do you believe a person can unintentionally hex themselves by the way they treat others? I will say law of attraction. You know, what you do to other people, it will come back to you. So you have to be careful with it. I don't know if hexing somebody else will that cause something else. I really can't answer that. I don't know. But what I will say is this. You have to love you first. You have to choose you first. You have to put you above all. Because if you're not happy, you're not going to... Oh, my shirt. Broom hair. Don't care. But anyway, I got this from Walmart. You have to choose yourself first. Who is easier to fix, a woman or a man, when it comes to spell work? Shit, they're both equally fucked up. Yeah, me too. I love my shirt. Broom hair. Don't care. I say hex them to humble them. That's always my choice, because I know what a good hex will do for somebody. But you guys, this is just my video. I'm going to post the other link to the other... oh, thanks. I'm going to post my other video to the other Narcissist video. What exactly does a hex do? It humbles them, baby. Sometimes it takes away everything. It takes away everything. Sometimes it takes away job. Anything that's causing them, whatever it is that they love the most, if it's the way they look or a job or having things, that's what it attacks. You can go on to my website. It's www.magicalladyduchess.com. That's MAGICKAL, ladyduchess.com. Go to the online store. All my stuff is there. I don't hex people in general. They have to do something. Sure, Kyle. Of course I can. If it's fixable. Remember, guys, I do love readings and consultations and stuff like that. So, I don't do love work for everybody, because I don't think that everybody needs love work. I think that sometimes you need somebody to kind of go through the process with you of explaining things. And you will find most times that love work isn't necessary. Sometimes you leave the hoes alone. Put their ass on child support if they need to. They need to do the right thing. Do we need to do some protection work before you do the work? Just cleanse. You guys have to remember, there are so many videos about so much stuff about, if you guys cleanse on a regular basis and keep your house cleansed and keep yourself cleansed, you're okay. What do you say or do on a reading? Every reading or every consultation is different. I pretty much ask what the gist of what this is for. And I ask for a picture of the target. I ask for the date of birth sometimes. And I kind of go through the process of how long you guys have been in a relationship and what brought you to this point. And then I'll kind of go into what I see. I will tell you the things that I see. And then it's up to you to make a decision on what you're going to do. Sometimes I see so much bullshit, I just tell you, no, I'm not going to do it. You need to focus on yourself. How do you properly dispose of a honey jar that worked? Running water, like lakes, seas, running water. You could pour it on a commode, you know. Sure. Yes, it is. I do have a self-love kit. Oh, Mia. I'm kind of like a coblation of different witchcraft forms. I like voodoo, hoodoo. There are some things in Wiccan that I love. A hex spell. Let me say this again. You have to go onto my website, www.magicalladyduchess.com. That's MAGICKAL, ladyduchess.com. Go to the online store and you see everything that I do. Spell work, kit work, everything. Yes, I can see if a person is cheating 9 times out of 10. And I can also tell you I have a truth spell video that's on my page, my channel, that will also help you to do a truth spell for yourself so that you can see. I have not been on for the past week. I have been working my ass off. But I just want to say thank you guys for everything and your love and support. I do not take it for granted. I appreciate you guys so much. I am going to do a Libra video today, so you guys look out for that. A Libra horoscope video. Some people didn't like what I had to say about their different signs, but I found it to be true for me. But anyway, so I decided that I'm going to do it. I love you guys. Do the truth spell. Look up the video. Do the truth spell. It works. Thank you so much for all of your compliments. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. Oh wow, y'all going so fast. Oh. Well, thank you for that. Some people didn't like what I said about the Geminis when I was like, fuck them kids. Gemini women do be like that about their kids though, for real. But anyway, I love you guys. I will talk to you guys later. Look for my Libra video. I might go live in my group today. Not sure if I'm going to do another live video this week, but yeah. Anyway, blessed be to you guys. Keep being great. Do your magic. Empower yourself. You guys are amazing. Bye for now.